everybody! What's happening? Man, I got my lights everywhere. I got a big mess here. Hold on, let me switch some stuff around. So it's just me tonight. Heather's out doing Heather things, and you're stuck with me for the evening. And you're stuck with part of my little contraption I have here. Let me move this thing. Max and I were recording our Hot Toys Boys video today, and we had an overhead cam, and we bought a new part for it. And it worked out really well. I was really proud of that. So hello, everybody. Hope you guys are having a good weekend. I just wanted to come on and say, hey, you know, typically it's just, it's Heather and myself, or myself and Max, but tonight it's just me. So you're stuck with me. Yeah. Yes, it's just me. So I wanted to talk about some of the stuff we talked about earlier this week about the Freddy Funko leak that happened. Heather had pointed out that it was not Harry Potter. It was what's his face? What's the guy's name? I can never remember his name. You guys can tell me in the comment section. But it's a Harry Potter character in Freddy Funko form, and it makes me wonder what other Freddy Funkos are we going to see this year. And when I think about this, you know, what I want to see Freddy as. I get excited because there's a lot of things I would like to see Freddy as, but I know we'll never, ever see it. Freddy Funko as Starscream is one that just like flashes in my brain from Transformers. Yes, Ron Weasley. Thank you, Star. Ron Weasley. I can never remember the names, ever. Will we ever get a Starscream Freddy Funko? Who the hell knows? I don't know if that'll ever happen. But if it did, that would be Grail territory for me. That means we can get things out of it. Oh my God, no, do not use this as a way to get sneaky information out of me. I'm very vulnerable. Please do not. I will talk a little bit about Mischief Toys. Nothing huge right now. I will say that if you're on Patreon, patreon.com/Gastlecast, we're going to have some really, really epic news to share. In fact, I think we will have the plush Ghastly in hand. And we are going to be able to show you guys that right here during a Zoom meet call for Patreon. It's going to be amazing. Yeah, no, Heather, time to tell all the secrets. No, I'm not telling any secrets. Honestly, it is so hard for me to sort of keep all of this stuff locked down because I'm really excitable. I want to share everything. I want to show you all the pictures, things that are in motion right now. There's some stuff in motion right now. I just feel like it's really going to blow your minds. I'm really excited to share some of this stuff, and it's going to be coming actually very, very soon. So we'll get to that later. I will say patrons on Patreon will find out about a lot of this stuff way sooner than anybody else. As I've mentioned, the plush for sure, we will have those in hand. We have both a common variation of a plush, and then we also have a Maryland one, and they both look fantastic. So we get, I think, prototypes on Wednesday. I'm super, super excited. Did you order the Etrigan, the Demon? If we're talking about the Funko Pop, I have them. I think I just have the Chase. I really liked it. I saw it popping off toys when we were in, or at their store in Tennessee, and I absolutely loved it. And, you know, Wes and I made a deal. He's a good man. No, I'm not telling you anything. How dare you? How dare you ask? But I will say this. Our Pride Ghastly will be let loose onto the world very, very soon. We're going to show that Pride Ghastly on an upcoming video or live. We'll share it all over through, you know, social media platforms and stuff like that. Instagram. Join our, what is it? Our newsletter, geez. Join our newsletter, mischieftoys.com. Once you get on there, it'll pop up and you type in your email address and it's that easy. But we share a lot of stuff through there. Instagram is another really great way. So the Instagram and also the newsletter. Those are both great ways. And join the Mischief Toys group on Facebook. Another great place. I want to get better with doing giveaways and all sorts of fun sort of social activities on there. I just haven't been able to do it. Things have been just so busy. Do I like the WB Scooby set? Yeah, well, yeah, sure. I have all the villains. I have all the Scooby-Doo villain characters. Do I want to invite Max? No, Max is not here. He is not here for tonight. If he were here, he would most likely be here. He was just telling me today that he loves live streams and he wants to do them more often and do pose offs where he and I post hot toys together. So maybe that's something that we do again in the future. He absolutely loves that. You got your first Ghastly. That's amazing. Congratulations. Yeah, a lot of people were, I was going to say complaining, but a lot of people, well, they were complaining that we didn't have any commons up on the website. And I would complain too if I'm a collector. It's nice to have the option of buying a common literally at any time. But the fortunate for us, but unfortunate for you, is that when we put them up on the website, they just go, right? I mean, it's good for us because we're getting more figures out there. But overall, it sucks because we want people to have the option to buy one if they want to. So hopefully we'll put up more commons really, really soon. I think our last common, however many we put up, they sold out pretty quickly. I was shocked. I thought they would just sort of sit on the website. I was shocked. Anna, I did watch Harry Potter. I'm not a reader, just so you know. I think I mentioned this before. I've never read a novel in my life from start to finish. I know that's crazy. I went through, all my years of schooling, never read a full book. I've read a lot of comics and stuff, but no full books. But the films, they were okay. I enjoyed watching them because I watched them with Heather, but that was about it. The next Coven sign up, that's a good question. I can't give you any information right now in terms of dates. So it will come. Another one will come this year. I can promise you that. So let's hope, cross our fingers, sooner rather than later. With the interesting thing about what we're doing, Heather and I are only two people, so we sort of have to plan everything out, and sometimes it's last minute, and we're trying to figure things, out scheduling wise, and it is really, really, really painful sometimes. Yeah, oh my God, Cowboy, I'm not a reader at all. When I read like books, my eyes just shoot in all different directions. It's hard for me to pay attention. Maybe it's some form of ADHD. I do not know. What I do want to know though is in the comment section what Freddy Funkos you guys would like to see in this year's Box of Fun. I'm super stoked over this, and I just want to put this out there now for those who are here, people that might be interested. We will do a Box of Fun unboxing this year on the channel. Last year, that was the biggest live turnout we have ever had. I believe at one point in time, we had close to 600 people watching at the same time. I thought that was amazing. We're kind of a small channel. I thought that was super, super dope. So hopefully we can do sort of the same thing this year as well. So if you have interest in doing the Box of Fun unboxing, when we bring it up later, officially, hey, we have Box of Fun, boxes. Here's our sign up to come on for the Box of Fun unboxing. Please sign up. Go on email us at gastlecast@gmail.com, and we'll get you guys all rocking and rolling. We had a full group of people last year who were opening Boxes of Fun with us, and they have all become such great friends of ours. In fact, we have a group on Facebook Messenger that we talk to them daily. And those guys are really, really awesome. So big shout out to those guys. They are amazing. Freddy is Sizemore Tiso? I don't know what that is. Freddy is Britney Spears. Oh my God. A slave for you. No more Squid Games. How dare you, Gary McDonald? How dare you? Funko Freak, what's up? Freddy Funko as Sonic would be interesting. That would be really interesting. Hey, Brandon Roy. Oh, Freddy Funko as Cad Bane. That would be super sick. A Ghastly Freddy mashup. That's okay. I'm okay without that happening. I'm totally fine without that happening. Oh my God, yeah. Dean, yes, I threw Freddy Funkos last year during the live, and we got so much backlash. A lot, well, not so much, but we had a pretty good amount of people that were super angry that I was throwing Freddy Funkos around. But I mean, it's an we're entertainment. We're an entertainment channel. Carlos Q, thank you so much for the Hot Toys Boys video. Yeah, Max and I had such a blast making that video today. We have a blast making all of those Hot Toys Boys videos, and I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart and, of course, the bottom of Max's heart for tuning in, watching those videos, commenting, leaving a like for us. The Hot Toys Boys videos are so much fun. Not only are they good content for our channel, but it's also good bonding time between Max and I I love making those videos with him. He's always saying the funniest crap while we're sitting here, and I try to capture as much of that as I possibly can in those videos. Sometimes there's a little bit of banter between us, and we're both sort of disagreeing about where the direction of the video is going, but overall, I think we kick ass when it comes to those videos. Freddy as Slave Leia. Yeah, so Heather was mentioning the other day she really wants to see Freddy Funko female characters. And I agree with that. I'm surprised that Funko hasn't really released like a party of new characters that can sort of be like the female characters and different races and stuff like that. It seems like that's kind of, you know, it would make sense, I guess, in terms of making these different mashups. But yeah, why not? Freddy Funko can do all the things because he, you know, Freddy Funko is Freddy Funko after all. He is the man. Freddy Funko is Luke Skywalker. I don't know if they've ever done that. I want to say they did, but I don't think so. Freddy Funko as Emperor Palpatine would be amazing. Freddy Funko as Indiana Jones. That would be super sick. I would be all over that. Love Indiana Jones. Freddy Funko as Indiana Jones would be super grail. I bet you that would be one that would show up at like Fun Days. It would be a really hard one to get for sure. Dean Blockley. That's so funny that you mentioned that. So Dean Blockley is a great friend of the channel. He sent Heather a Leatherface 1/6 scale figure. This figure is amazing. It's the pretty girl face. If you guys knew the Funko Pop or you watched the film where it's like a girl's like cut off face and put over top of his face, Leatherface. It is such a neat figure. And I have had it sort of traveling around this room in the closet, and I'm trying to find a time to unbox it. And the reason why I haven't done a Hot Toys Boys video with Max with that figure is because I feel like it doesn't really fall in the genre that makes sense to him. So Heather and I will one day get together, we'll unbox that figure, and I think that would be super sick. Freddy is Pinhead. Hell yes. Hell yes. Freddy Funko is Cap Stealth Suit. Hell yeah, I'm down with that too. Freddy Funko is Mickey Mouse. That's an interesting one. Freddy Funko is Joan Jett. I like that. Cormoth. Freddy Funko is Burger King. The really weird looking one with the big king crown. That is brilliant. Why that hasn't been done, I don't even understand. That doesn't even make any damn sense. Donald F. and Lomax is out socializing at a barbecue and can't be here tonight. Oh, but Donald Lomax, he's the man. We love him. That's okay. We understand. You know, I didn't expect a whole huge turnout here tonight. We love Donald. We love all you guys. And, you know, you make it when you make it, right? What are you going to do? Freddy as Terminator. Hell yeah. Freddy as Terminator would be a great one. I would love to see more Terminator Funko Pops personally. Terminator 1, Terminator 2. There's so much there in terms of characters and things that you could make from those lines. I don't know why they haven't done it, and I'm sure it's a rights thing. Freddy Funko is Cap. Freddy Funko is Shang-Chi. Freddy Funko is Negan. Hell yeah, Devontae. I've been wanting to see that. Surprised they haven't done it. They could even do like a bloody variant too, which I don't know if they would do that with Freddy. I think they've done bloody sort of stuff with Freddy before, but I think that would be super, super sick. Oh my God, Freddy is Joe Exotic. I can't imagine what that would be like. That'd be amazing. Super intense. Okay, so side note, the light behind me. So the other day, or the last couple of videos that we made, that light was not on. Now today, if you watched our video where Max and I were unboxing the Hot Toy, you'll notice that the light's on. So as it turns out, this little controller, which controls said light, died on us. And I think when it died, it basically tells the light to go off. That's my only guess, because this died and the light went off. So then the other day, I went into this housing for the light, took off the front part where our like logo is, and behind is a button. I pushed a button, it all came back on. So here it is. I got my controller. We can do the lights, right? So there's the white one. I like the white one the best. Oh, now it's doing all sorts of colors. I like the white one the best because it's our logo. Let's see. There we go. I think our logo looks better in white because that's the way the logo typically looks. But when you change colors, that's cool. What am I drinking? I'm drinking Dead Guy Ale Rogue. And the reason why we bought it, Heather found it, and it looks like, oh my God, hold on. Gee, I don't know what happened. Heather found this while we were at the liquor store the other day, and she said it looked like Papa from Ghost. So super cool artwork. I go after beers because of their artwork. I don't really stick with anything in terms of like craft beers. It's just what looks cool. Freddy as Hamburglar is cool. Freddy Funko Superman. I want to say they've done that. Freddy Funko is Maleficent. Wow, Anna, you're full of ideas. Holy crap. Heather's off doing some stuff. She might turn up at some point. I don't know. She might show up. Freddy Funko is Kang the Conqueror. Yeah. Freddy Funko is Kang the Conqueror. Freddy drinking boba. Of course, Ernest Allen. Hell yeah, let's do it. Yeah, Heather and I are super into boba these days. Well, Heather more than me. She drinks it almost on a daily basis. Looks like Marge Simpson. Yeah, it sort of does with the big hair. It's like a skeletal Marge Simpson. But I think it's supposed to be like a little Pope hat. I don't know. That's what it looks like to me. Freddy as Shrek. That's another one. Why aren't they doing more Shrek? I feel like they should. Wow. So something I can't share, but just because of out of pure excitement, we got some really big news on Friday in terms of some licensing related stuff. And I am super, super excited for Mischief Toys and what we're going to be doing, what we're about to embark on. We have so much news we're going to be sharing. So we've sort of planned outside of this year. We're into next year a bit. But just this year alone, we've got so damn much to share with you. And I think you guys are going to be overwhelmed, but excited and happy. And you're going to love the figures that we're coming up with for sure. Freddy is Fluffy, of course, Savante. That's of course what they're going to do. Freddy as Ant-Man is actually one that I have. Game over. It's a cool figure. I have that one. Hey, Shadow Force. Yeah, I came on a little bit later. I think there might not be a Jason. I'm sorry, Jason Voorhees Freddy. I don't think that exists. Yes, Adventure Time NFTs are coming. Yeah, so I don't know anything about Adventure Time. What I can tell you is that the Adventure Time character, Freddy Funko character. Let me see if I can show. Let's see, is it on here? Nah, it's not on here. I don't know if I have a picture of it or not. I do. So that is the Adventure Time Freddy Funko. It's the dog. I don't know if it says what it is, but I don't know. So you guys will know if you like Adventure Time. I don't know a thing about Adventure Time. A thing. Optimus Prime Freddy we have. I have 3 versions. There's a common, a black light, and a metallic. And we have a very good friend who sent them all to me. Well, actually, 2 of them were sent by one person, and a common was sent by another who actually went. Well, I think they both went to the convention. But one of our good friends, came from the convention back to Maryland and handed that figure off to me, and the common one. And I was blown away. And then recently, a friend of ours sent me the metallic and the black light, and I thought my head was going to blow up. I couldn't believe it. That might be the craziest thing anyone has just sort of sent to us or handed over to us and just said, I love you. I want you to have them. It's insane. I know. Yeah. Sorry. I should have gone on and like posted, but I did this last minute. Truthfully, I've been playing Jedi Survivor, and I've been playing it all night, and I think I'm at the end. And at this end, one of the end battles that I'm involved in, I've been trying to do this for like the last hour and a half, and I got so tired of it, I decided, you know what? I'm giving up for the night. I will end up going live and just have fun. I want to chat and hang out with my friends. No, I can't tell you. Is it just me or what? I can't tell you. NESDCC 2023 predictions. In general, I don't know. I personally would like to see a MODOK without the face mask on, I really want to see that. I know a whole lot of other people probably don't care. I've been watching all these videos where people are dogging the crap out of the new Ant-Man film, but I loved it so much. I know it's sort of a trash film, but I really liked it. But MODOK without the mask on with that ugly, big, ugly, stupid face, I want that in Funko Pop form badly. No, I never take a break. I run all the time. Heather's taking a break though. Freddy Funko as Nightcrawler, I think is great. Freddy Funko 18-inch Megatron is great. Obi-Wan Kenobi, Darth Vader, I like that. Freddy oh shit. Freddy is Krang. That would be cool. Okay, well hold on. Is he gonna actually be Krang, like the brain Krang? Because I know that's Krang, or the robot? Like which part is he going to be? A comic mode. Yeah, I know. We've gotten that video game one. We got the film one, and the film one didn't look that great until like the little visor was up. I didn't care for the little visor being down at all. When the visor was up, it was at first was like a little unsettling, but I got used to it and I was fine with it. Outside of that, yeah, you're right. We do need a MODOK Funko Pop. How we haven't gotten that, I don't know, because Funko typically drain the well. They drain it dry. I'm surprised they haven't with Marvel Comics yet. Yeah, the new Lego Spider-Man No Way From Home, or No Way From Home, No Way Home Final Battle set looks great. I really like that one. That's cool. No, Ant-Man wasn't bad at all. I watched it again. I saw it in the theater once, and then I saw it at home, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great. It was, I don't know, it was just so weird, and there were some stupid things that happened in it, but overall, I could almost look past it. There are some things in films I just can't look past, but in a lot of Ant-Man, I totally could. Freddy as Demogorgon would be cool. I don't know how they would implement him as like a creature or an animal. I mean, I'm sure they could do it, but I don't know. I don't know how it would look, I guess. Limited Freddy pieces at the con. Freddy Funko's Kratos is awesome. No, I don't have any ideas about that, Mike Petrino. No, I don't know. I'm not sure. Freddy as Lobo would be super sick. But I know that they're going to have the Fun Days this year. And apparently Fun Days is going to be like the biggest Fun Days they've ever done. So my guess would be that whatever Freddy's that they would release are not going to be as limited as they were in the past. I mean, we're talking about, I think the Freddy Funko Ant-Man that I have is like, don't quote me, but I think it's like 250 piece. Those low numbers, I don't believe much of that happened last year. I think the lowest count was 500 at Fun Days last year. If this event is even bigger, I think we're looking at like a higher count. Because look at Fright Night as an example. Heather and I were in line and we got our boxes, and I opened the box and I had seen a photo on disc trackers like moments before what was in somebody else's box. I opened mine, it's the same thing. And I looked at Heather and I was like, oh, maybe you got something that's a little bit different. Mine matches the one that was on disc trackers. She opened hers, it was the same thing. The only difference was the sodas that you got in your box. I hated that. I thought that was so stupid. It seemed really lame. To some degree, I guess I understand it. They're trying to make things easier on themselves, but I like the different variants and seeing what other people got. If the whole room has the same exact box, where's the fun in it, right? That's me personally. I don't know. Maybe other people will disagree. Oh, nice. Yeah, your Lobo Funko Cormoth. Yeah, Lobo is a cool character. I think we're going to see something in film form with him soon. That'd be super cool. Yeah, 500 is the new low. Because Funko collectors have increased significantly. Somebody was talking, I've mentioned this before, but I'm going to say it again anyway. It used to be the 500, 300, 250, 150, whatever was a low count. But now that there are so many people out in the world who are collecting 1,000, 3,000, these are actually low counts in the grand scheme of how many collectors are in the world. that made a lot of sense to me, and I guess I'm okay with it. I like super low numbers, which is why I love doing what we do at Mischief Toys. I like having these very low numbers. I like hitting you sometimes with, maybe a 300, and then the next time hit you with a 200, kind of go back and forth, a little bit higher, a little bit lower every once in a while. Covenant Mischief, we'll have some lower number count figures as well that only Covenant Mischief members can get. So it's, I like to have fun with the number schema. That's what makes collecting fun, right? What makes collecting fun is that not everybody can get it at the end of the day. And if everybody can get it, what makes it sought after and collectible? If you miss something, if you miss I don't have a Ghastly sitting here that would make sense, but Skeleton Ghastly, if you miss Skeleton Ghastly, you might say, oh shit, I missed him. I really like that figure. I'm going to try to go after this figure now. I'm going to go and look around in groups and so on and so forth, try to make out some trades or buy them, right? Because you really want them. I've done that with collectibles in the past myself. Funko Pops, Chomps, and all that kind of stuff. Let's just add something fun to it all. I know we get a lot of complaints about how limited our pieces are, but I think that's the whole fun thing about it. Oh my gosh, my mom. Hey, Mom. Nice to see you. I'm glad you're here. And look, you're actually able to talk. In the past, you were unable to talk to us during a live, but here you are talking. Michael Petrino, Mischief Toy t-shirt designs. Hell yeah, dude. The Pride stuff that's coming, it's amazing. The Pride artwork that our artist came up with is just, there's one that's sort of mind-bending. I can't really elaborate on it. We'll show you it soon. But I fucking love it so much. I cannot wait to share that artwork with you guys. I think you're going to love it. Oh, Ninjitos is here. Hello, Ninjitos. Yeah, I'm very excited about working with Ninjitos. They're the best. The product is awesome. I love the little figure. I love the little masks that come off of the figure. I think our upcoming collab is going to be super sick. And it's the door that's being open to collaborations. This is sort of a future, right? We're going to do collaborations again, of course, with Ninjito, maybe some other companies. We're in the talks with working with other folks as well. I don't know. I like to keep you guys on your toes as much as we possibly can. Kind of keep people excited and happy. And kind of see us working with some of your other favorite companies or, other companies you collect from. Preview of Demonstro. No, I cannot. I cannot give you... I did give a preview on a video recently. I did give a preview of kind of the top of his head, his horns. He does have horns similar to Ghastly. He's really cool. Ghastly trading cards. Really? That's the first time anyone has ever mentioned Ghastly trading cards. Maybe? I mean, that's a possibility. I don't know. I'm not going to say never. Yeah, Nate. Yeah, dude. The hunt is a huge aspect of it, right? I mean, that's what makes all this stuff, really fun. There will be a Pride Ghastly drop. It'll be one. And then we'll have our shirts and hats and everything else that'll be involved. The pins are amazing. One thing that we want to get everybody on board with moving forward, Ghastly and Mischief Toys pins, different variations of pins. We love pins personally, so we want to get those out in the world and make it part of what we do. So we hope that you guys are enjoying the pins. The recent ones, we did a Toxic Ghastly pin that looked really great. If you guys like pins, please show me a thumbs up in the comment section or something. Show me a heart. I would love to know that you guys are enjoying the pins, you're enjoying the figures, you're enjoying across the board. It means a lot. Celeste, Pride Patch. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Pride Patch. We did some patches and they're okay. People seem to like them, but not as much as some of the other stuff that we've done. Pin boards, Kari. Yeah. Or Carrie. We're looking into that. So the answer to that is neither no or yes. We're looking into it and we're trying to do it in a way that will be fun, that'll look good, right? Where you can put all your cool little pins on there. Oh, thank you. You guys are showing so much love. I appreciate that. Yeah, Ernest Allen, I understand. Yeah, it's those pins. I have a set of them right here. Here's a set of pins. These were sent by a friend. We did not save any of our pins at all. And they were nice enough. We were lucky enough. They were nice enough to send us these pins. Our friend Jason. Love the old school pins. They're so cool. How is the Dead Guy Ale? It's good. I enjoy it. I mean, it's not my favorite beer, but I like it. I think it's really good. Scented and scratch and sniff. I don't know if you're joking or being serious. I don't know. That's a good question. I haven't really looked into it. I did want to do sort of a scented thing for an upcoming drop. I don't think we will, but I just want to look into it for future. Ghastly Comic, that's something I really want to do. I was in contact with somebody about that, but our conversation didn't go much further than, hey, let's get started, let's do this sort of thing. Well, hopefully we get a little bit further in conversation soon. They sent me sort of a preview of what the comic book will look like, and it's just absolutely amazing. Will a drop happen during a live? So I will say this: never say never. The real idea is to separate Mischief Toys and Ghastly. Not necessarily separate them, but not force the Mischief Toys fan to watch this channel. However, due to our size and how small we are as a toy company, we need to have a marketing structure. And what better marketing structure than what we're doing right here, right? You guys are finding out about Ghastly, Mischief Toys, right? So I think this is, as I've mentioned in the past, we're like one of the only companies, small companies, that are doing this. We have an established channel, and now we're establishing a toy company, and we're sort of growing them together but separate. And I think that's really cool. In fact, Heather and I, we tried to record some episodes of our new podcast today, which we call Making Mischief. It did not go well. We're trying to get our footing on the whole thing. We can sit in front of the camera and we can just do these like quick things and jokes and having fun and everything else. But when you're sitting down, you have to be focused and you have to, constantly speak on a podcast. I want to make a podcast that is basically a podcast I don't have to go back and edit. I want to make it in such a way where, we can just post it up and add an intro and outro, and you guys hear like all the good and all the bad of the podcast. I think that is important. I think I want to, I want to be as open as we possibly can and be transparent as possible, as much as possible, for sure. I think that's the right way of doing it. So we're going to try to record a couple, I think tomorrow. I need to get some on the books, and then we'll release them every week, a new episode. And I think we'll do a video version of it, and then also post it as a podcast for those who rather just listen to it in podcast form. And we'll do this every week. And it'll be from the beginning of Mischief Toys / Gastlecast, and then into the future. And then we're going to end up getting to a point where we're sort of making a podcast about maybe talking about Mischief Toys, talking about things that we want to do, collabs, maybe bring on people who we're doing collabs with and doing sort of like a conversation piece. It could turn into a whole lot of things. I want to grow that podcast. I think it's really important. I edited the crap out of Heroic Nonsense for the most part. It was a great podcast. I had a lot of fun doing the podcast. It was off the cuff, more or less, but Jason always came up with some really great ideas of like discussion pieces. But the problem with that podcast was it was really just all over the place and didn't follow, I don't know, like a specific sort of avenue, I get it, right? So it isn't like we were a toy thing or we were a movie thing or a music thing. It was like at one point we were talking about food contests. And then in the same episode, then we would talk about a John Candy film. And then we would jump over to what we did over the weekend. It was just really all over the place. And I'm not saying that can't work, but at the time, I don't know if our audience was really ready for that yet. Maybe that's the best way of putting it. So I think that this podcast about Mischief Toys is going to be really good. I think it'll give you some insight. A lot of people watch what we're doing and they say, oh my God, you guys are doing such a great job and it's so awesome and I love watching you grow. But the growth part, right? You see it on the outside and things selling out and us posting and stuff. But what you don't see is what is behind the curtain. And what's behind the curtain is Heather and I pitted sometimes against each other with ideas. I bring her this really crazy idea and Heather's like, there's no way in hell we could ever do this. And I push the subject and it brings us into like sort of a heated battle, right? And back and forth. And then we have to sort of finally iron it all out and come up with what a real thing, right? My crazy idea can become real, but you have to sort of filter it a bit. And I think there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that we can discuss. I think Heather and I can discuss our points of view on how we built things and then also make it interesting. So as I mentioned, it's a living documentary. You're finding out about a toy company in real time. Realistically, I think that's really what it's all about. Yeah, definitely. I would love to do more of those Making Mischief at NYCC videos. I would love to do another one this year. We've been trying to get a table and it is a mess. They just will not respond. When they do, they don't know what's going on. I think we mentioned last week during our live SCCC, they knew right away. They're like, oh, we can get you in. It's however many months from now, 6 months from now. But New York Comic Con, we've been reaching out since New York Comic Con, and they still have no idea. So it sucks. I wish that we knew what the hell we're doing because it helps with planning. There's a lot of planning and preparation, and I want to do it big this year. If we get our own table, we can do really, really crazy and fun things. What happened to the soundboard? Oh my God. I remember the soundboard. That's from a while ago. No, no. Well, no, there is no filter on me, and you guys don't hear the unfiltered ideas that I have. And I think that maybe us making this podcast, you'll hear some of the nonsensical shit that I come up with that just cannot be done. I mean, we can only do so much. We're not a huge company. We're very small in comparison to a lot of these other guys that are out there. We haven't been in this industry or market for a very long time, so we're still growing our legs. But I will say that from the point that we started into where we are today, we have come a long way, a real long way. And I think it's been a really beautiful evolution. And I'm excited to see where we are like a year from now. I think we're going to be in some really big places. How about Freddy moment of starting a toy company? Yeah, sure. It should be Freddy Funko and Mike Becker, or Mike Becker holding a Freddy Funko, or Mike Becker holding Bob's Big Boy, because that's how it started, was Bob's Big Boy. So that's similar to us. I mentioned licensing earlier, and we're working on that. No, actually, we worked out a deal, but I can't really get into it. But it's really big for us. I think it's huge. I think you guys are going to dig it. You're going to like the idea that we've come up with. We have the artwork already laid out. The company already approved it. Now we just need to move forward. And I imagine at this point it'll be a next year thing, but we'll see. Heather's sitting in front of me and she has a sword, making sure I don't say anything wrong. Well, yeah, so we've already come out with that. Hot Topic is a thing. So we are going to be working with Hot Topic. It's a very interesting collaboration with Hot Topic. What we're doing with Hot Topic is interesting. The mold that we're doing with Hot Topic is interesting. I would say that the mold with Hot Topic is probably the coolest thing that we've done thus far. It is a really, really, really sick piece. And I cannot wait to share that. There's so many things that are like sitting almost in front of me right now that I wish I could just pick up and just show you, but there's too much work that goes into it. So we have to do it the right way, right? I want to bring this stuff out slowly but surely and just see your reaction and see how excited you are. You should do a community figure to where you only have the chance to buy it if you impacted the Mischief Toys in a positive way. Nigon, although that's a great idea, I have no idea how I would do that. That would be crazy. I think Covenant Mischief is our way of doing that, is that people are involved in like a little group. So I think that's a good way of kind of giving back, and we'll grow Mischief Toys. I'm sorry, we'll grow Covenant Mischief. Is a Hot Topic one going to be bigger release of figures? Is it going to be a bigger release? I can't really get into that. Whatnot Gasly is never coming. How dare you? I hate Whatnot. You know that. Dean Blockley, how dare you? Whatnot is a garbage place. And you've heard me go on and on about that. I'm not going to do that again. Thank you, Ernest Allen. I can't believe how quickly Mischief Toys has become the best company in the entire designer toys market. I really appreciate that. You know, it's hard for me as a business owner, as the person coming up with all the ideas. You know, Heather and I, we sort of band together. Like the Hot Topic thing is a Heather thing. She came up with that idea herself, which is it's brilliant. The STCC thing is, well, Summer Convention. I can't call it STCC. Summer Convention exclusive is a huge one. I think it's going to be really impactful and special. But to hear you say that we've become the best designer toy company in the market, that's insane. We can only see so far. I try to pick up on what people are thinking, how they're feeling, and I guess my best gauge is seeing how things sell out. If I see things sell out and how fast they sell out, and just seeing how people are excited about it, that kind of tells me that we're doing well. Yes, the Hot Topic drop will be nationwide, and we'll have more information about how that'll go down in the future soon. We'll have more information about that soon. I would say look for more information after the summer convention or STCC. We'll have a lot more to share then. Really, we're gearing up for a summer convention. Thank you, Ernest. That's awesome. I appreciate that. Yeah, we get a lot of really positive feedback, and that means the world to me, because I'm virtually bringing you what I want, what I want to see in a toy company. So I guess you would say that the ideas that the ideas that I want to see is what I'm giving you. And part of me wishes that I could be on your side of the table, because I would love to have a toy company that's doing what we're doing. It's just, I don't know. I was explaining to a friend last night. A buddy of mine came over. It was really late. We were watching Heather play the Harry Potter video game because she loves it. And we were sort of discussing what's been going on with Mischief Toys, sort of catching him up. And I just said, if we're not just making a toy company here, we're making an experience. Realistically, that's what it comes down to. It's the experience of not just selling figures, coming up with figures, designing figures, but giving you a fun experience to kind of ride along with. No. Hot Topic might drop when I'm... Oh, yeah. We'll see. I mean, I can't tell you when, because honest to God, I do not know when the Hot Topic thing will happen yet. I just don't. Eastward. I don't know. I'm sorry, Zach. I don't know Eastward. And maybe I'm just a big old dummy. I don't know what that is. Stupendous Demon Designer Collectible. Thank you, Ronnie Tucker. Dude, I am so proud of us too, man. I really am. I'm proud of where we come. I'm just so gracious to everybody for being in our corner. It's exciting. Every moment is exciting these days. The announcements, like Pride is coming up, and we're going to drop Pride, and we'll announce Pride, then drop Pride, show you the artwork and everything. And I think you guys are going to be super, super excited and happy and wanting one for sure. Yeah, Ronnie, it is like Christmas Eve. It's like Christmas Eve for me too. It's waiting for when we can finally announce something brand new, because I just like to see what you guys are thinking, what's on your mind, and kind of seeing what people are thinking and how excited they are over certain drops. It gives me an idea of where my direction is going, because I have a kind of an idea where we're going, right? Like a overall idea where we're going, but I like to see what you guys are thinking, where your head's at. It gives me a better optics, I guess. Yes, thank you, Mike Vitrino. Yes, please hit the like button. I appreciate that. It helps the channel in a very big way. We're trying to do big things over here, both with Gastlecast and Mischief Toys. So please hit the subscribe button if you haven't and you're new, and hit the like button and show us a little bit of love. And by the way, we have a Hot Toys Boys video that went up tonight. It's fantastic. It features myself, my son, and we unbox a Captain America Hot Toys figure. It's a rare one. Really great figure. One that's super grail territory for me. Go and watch it. Show us some support, please. Ernest Allen. Tomorrow's my birthday, and all I wanted was Toxic Ghastly. Blacklight Ghastly and money to get Pride Ghastly, and that's what I got. Best birthday ever. Oh, that's amazing. I even traded a Freddy for a Skeleton Ghastly. Wow. That's huge. Huge. Amazing. Happy birthday to you, buddy. Happy birthday. Will you see a Gargoyle Ghastly in the future? A new, the same mold, but something new? Sure. We have to use molds, and we have some really cool ideas for various molds that we have. Absolutely. Gargoyle is a huge one for us. Gargoyle was the first new mold that we made. And, we made regular Ghastly, and then it was soon after we did Gargoyle. And we sort of did it wondering if it was even going to work. And you guys just showed us a tremendous amount of love. And I appreciate that. And Gargoyle Ghastly, people just love him. That's awesome. And by the way, this will be in the podcast, but that was so close to not even happening. That may have never happened, the Gargoyle Ghastly. We made it just in time. Have I thought about rearranging the Hot Toys behind me? Yeah, I have. To be honest with you, it's so much. There's so much there, and I have to kind of reconfigure. I've got a whole selection of chomps over here. I sort of want to remove that out and put more Hot Toys down here, and then move all of these guys somewhere else entirely. I don't know if we'll do that. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't know when I'm going to do it, but yeah, I've thought about it a lot. I always try to change things up in here when I can, move figures around. We just have way too much now. In fact, I probably should try to find a way to get rid of some. Yeah, so the light, I mentioned that a little bit earlier, but that light was off, and it had to do with this controller for it dying. Controller died, light went off, so I pulled the front part off, had a button, I pushed the button, and the light came on. So it still works. I replaced the batteries in this guy, and we're back in business. Thank God. My favorite Hot Toys, I probably would say Sam Wilson, Captain America, the Falcon one with the big wings. He is incredible. I love that figure so much. Flocked Gargoyle Ghastly. I don't think we're making something like that. Broken Free is amazing. That's a Broken Free Gargoyle Ghastly is one of my favorites for sure. Zombie Gargoyle Ghastly. Ooh, I like that. That's cool. Yeah, the Gargoyle is a great Funko freak. I love the Gargoyles. And it was really neat that we were able to surprise everybody at the convention, well, in the community, with a Breaking Free Ghastly Gargoyle. That was one of those things that we hoped would work and that people would be down with it. And they were. I don't think that we've done anything yet that people just flat out said, we don't like it and what you did sucked. So far, so good. Not on whatever this is. I think this is particle board, but we'll say it's wood. Would you consider the first run Ghastly sideways in this box worth more without the stickers than the other commons, as it's a part of history? Without the stickers? Sure. I would assume so. I mean, the original Ghastly figures are an entirely different material. They're not made out of, they're not 100% vinyl like our new Ghastlies are. New Ghastlies are 100% vinyl. And the way you can tell new Ghastly from an old Ghastly, the new Ghastly is almost like darker in his color. His red is a little bit darker. But I would say for sure, the original Ghastlies and the sideways boxes, those should be, in my opinion, those should be the grailiest grails. Those and Initiation Ghastly, for sure. And then I would say Toxic Waste Ghastly because he's my favorite that we've done so far. My life-size R2-D2 is in my son's room. and he uses it as a toy chest. He puts stuff in it. It's great for that. I used that as a toy chest when I was a kid as well. It's a great piece. Freddy as all the Animaniacs. That'd be super awesome. Yeah, SDCC, I feel like, I don't know if you guys have noticed, I've talked about this a little bit, but news with Funko has been super slow. There hasn't been much like going on. It's been kind of quiet, like eerily quiet. I know this as a Funko news, guy. I create all these Funko news videos. Of course, we're doing this live where we're going to talk about SDCC and everything. I want to see things pick back up, but I feel like Summer Convention or SDCC, it will end up doing that. It's going to blow the top off. We're going to see all new sorts of or new stuff, new Freddy Funkos for Box of Fun, new SDCC exclusives, and then at SDCC they'll announce stuff that'll come out later this year. So I think Summer Convention is really going to blow the top off for Funko. Things have really slowed down, and making videos has become harder than ever. It's coming home every day and sitting down, staring at Heather and wondering, what are we going to do today? How are we going to make a video if nothing's happened? So we have to sort of come up with something. And I think we've done a pretty good job with that recently. We have a life-size R2-D2. It is a soda cooler. It's from the 1990s re-releases of the films. Ken Cannon. No, Heather. And that's okay. If you're here only for Heather, I get it. Come back next Sunday, I guess. Or a new video tomorrow. Fraggle Rock Freddy and Mana Freddy? I remember that little video, but I now feel like I'm pronouncing it wrong. Mananama. Is that how it went? Anyway, yeah, that would be a cool Freddy Funko, for sure. I think I mentioned recently I want a Thanos Freddy Funko, and we haven't gotten it, and that's mind-blowing. I don't know why we haven't gotten that yet. I would also like a Beskar Armor Mandalorian. I think that would be cool. I would love a Freddy Funko as Gremlin, although I don't know about him being mixed with like a creature like that, how weird that would look. Or maybe him in a Gremlin costume. See? Oh, thank you, Ken Cannon. I love you too. Retro Toy NFT Freddy. Well, listen. If I could get the retro, the Optimus Prime Potato Head retro NFT, I would love that. I don't have it. I have the Bumblebee coming, but not that one. If they do a dragon from the new Demon Slayer season for SDCC, I will pass it. I'd be interesting. Oh, thank you. I appreciate the love. Thank you. Thanos would be a grail. I'd be all over it. Freddy Funko's Punisher would be cool. Freddy, oh my God, Freddy with the gantry as Iron Man. Dude, now you're talking. Freddy Funko's Ghostface? Yeah, but I don't know how they would do it. Would it just be no mask on? Because I thought about that with like Jason. Like Freddy you could do, obviously, and I think they've done it where he has a glove on, but Jason, maybe he has a mask on, the crown, red hair. I guess that's the way you would do it. Thanos Freddy, yeah, I would love that. I was trying to think the other night. It's funny because we were making the video and I just kept looking around in the room, trying to look at all the things that we would like to see Freddy Funko as, because in the moment, it's a hard time thinking about what the things are. But Thanos was the very first thing came to mind. But I think if they put Freddy in like a bunch of different costumes, that would be kind of cool, like creature costumes. Freddy being thrown in a dumpster fire. Speaking of which, dumpster fire. That's one company that Heather and I really like. We actually have one right here. Love these dumpster fires by 100 Soft or 100% Soft. These guys are amazing. I would love to see a Ghastly on a dumpster fire one day. I think that would be super cool. Can you imagine? That would be cool. A cool mashup. Star-Lord Freddy would be great. Cocaine. Oh my God. Freddy as Cocaine Bear. Hell yeah. I'd be all over that. Freddy Funko's Ultron would be a cool one too. I like that idea. Freddy Funko's Red Skull is great. Virtually, you could just make him have a red face, right? He just had a big old red head. Red Skull head. Star-Lord Freddy would be great. Maybe keep his mask off. Just put his head on his body. What's up? Sorry, but Freddy from Scary. Oh my God, Scary Movie. Heather loves those movies. She loves the Scary movies. Okay, DH. I thought that the other day. I had the gelatinous cube, and I even had it in the video, and I cut it out. But I don't know what you would do. I guess you could put a Freddy Funko looking skull in here, but then put the crown up here. I don't know. I think that would be cool though, because I love the gelatinous cube. That's one of my favorite Funko Pops ever made. And it's weird because it is a Funko Pop, but then it sort of isn't. Like the style of it is weird. It's more like a paperweight or something. 500 piece Freddy Funko is Luffy, or Luffy. Oh my God, yeah, on the ship. Can imagine him being on a ship. Holy crap. Freddy as Link. Dude, if they ever do Nintendo, if Funko could ever work that out, it would reinvigorate the entire company. They would kill everything. That team up would just kill everything. Freddy Funko is Art the Clown. I have a friend that always talks about that. Freddy Funko is Art the Clown would be cool. Yeah, the dumpster fire. You're talking about the dumpster fire meme where it's like this is okay or whatever. I don't know if that's what you're talking about, but it's a dumpster fire with the little dog sitting on it. That is such a great dumpster fire. We have him somewhere. Freddy Funko's Tiamat. I made a little piece of artwork with Freddy Funko heads all over it. I think last year. It's on our Instagram somewhere. You want me to fart like it's? Oh no, I'm sorry. I don't have one to churn and burn right now, unfortunately. If I have one come up, I'll give you a heads up. Gary, good question. So the other day, I think Dish Trackers posted a photo, somebody in hand with the Cocaine Bear Funko Pops. So I'm assuming that they are finally going to be hitting the hands of the collector soon. And I'm really excited about that. I like seeing Funko sort of go in the direction of the 18 plus. Yeah, everything's okay. That's it. Thank you, Ken. That's it. Freddy Funko's Pikachu would be hilarious. I'm down with that. Toxic Avenger Freddy's cool. Yeah, Mike, I heard about that. Legend of Zelda movie. That would be fantastic. I'm surprised that Funko couldn't work out a deal with Nintendo based off of the film stuff. Because, the Super Mario film, I figured they would be able to work out a deal and sell figures that way, but it didn't go down. We need Nintendo and Funko come together. Maybe that's something that SDCC will find out. Who knows? I mean, it's really hard to say right now. SDCC, there has virtually been nothing that's been shared or really leaked other than that Freddy Funko as Ron Weasley. Nothing else. And maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. At this point, I'm kind of like, is it going to just blow the top off and is going to be immediate hype? Or do we need sort of the hype train to start now? Because, guys, we're a month away, or actually almost 2 months away from SDCC. Where is it? Like, we need to see some of this shit. Like, right now, we need to see some SDCC fun stuff. Get us all amped up. Get us excited. Make it easier for me to make content. Give me something to talk about. Come on, Funko. Let's go. This week, let's give us some news. We need some news badly. Dude, Michael Petrino, 100%. Like, I don't know what it is, but things have slowed down ridiculously. When are we going to... Oh, unboxing art. Hey, man. When are we going to get a Heather and Chris themed Ghastly? Good question. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do with that. I think it would be fun to make Ghastly with a Gastlecast shirt on, but I don't know. I do want to make a female version of Ghastly at some point. We had sort of a name picked out. We were going to call it Cypress because Heather's maiden name is Sype. So we were going to call the character Cypress, but I don't know. I don't know if that's good or bad. I don't know. The name at first was good, but now I'm like, I don't know if I'm feeling that. Funko Ween has been moved. Next year, the Olympics return, so they better bring us the fire this year. Oh my God, they better not do Olympic Freddy's. That was a mess. Yeah, Nigon, yeah. The Pokemon thing, I think they can, they have a workaround, obviously, but Nintendo, we got to figure this out. You think Nintendo would want to make all this money and kill it? Because they would. Nintendo and Funko would make a ton of money off all this stuff. Will we get an 18-inch plus Ghastly? I want to make a larger Ghastly. The answer is yes, I want to. Will I? Possibly, but I don't know when. Exactly. I'm Ghastly, right? I'm Ghastly. The Trailer Park Boys are cool. I never really got into the show too much, but I think them having Funko Pops is right on. That's deserved. They are like so super popular. I know they're sort of cult, like a cult thing, but I hear very good things about it. Are we going to see any new Mando? That's a good question too. I would love to see new Mando Funko Pops. Although season 3 didn't bring us a whole lot of new, other than Moff Gideon having a new suit, his stormtroopers, which I figured you'd get him and the stormtrooper. But in terms of the show, maybe Grogu with his new piece of armor. Maybe. I don't know. It just wasn't a whole lot to make Funko Pops from, and maybe that's why they didn't do it, or they haven't done it. I don't know. I keep watching videos about Mando Season 3 and how it was sort of, you know, not hated, but not well liked like the past seasons. And I'm in agreement with that. I was really bummed out. Yellow Jackets Pops. You want an old school tricycle with the big wheel, a Ghastly on a huge, yeah. I mean, I would love to do that. I'd like to do a lot more, you know, new versions of Ghastly, new molds, but it's that comes down to just being so expensive, right? So a little bit behind the scenes, when you're doing all this stuff, you know, you want to try to get as much as you can out of the molds that you make. So like we want to get some more out of the gargoyle, right? And we want to get more out of some of the other molds that we've come up with. A Ghastly, obviously, we've done pretty well with his mold. But molds come out slowly but surely. But as I mentioned, we have two, actually, if you want to call a new character a new mold, which it is, I guess, we have 3 brand new molds coming this year alone. 3. That's a lot. And not that I'm competing with anybody, but I don't know many other toy companies that have done that. Would have come out with that many. Like, I'm a toy company, but a small mom and pop shop like us. I mean, we're doing stuff that's just so crazy, and I wouldn't choose to do it any other way. I think it's fun. What lightsaber would I choose? The color in Jedi Survivor, I chose yellow. I really like the sound of it, and I think it looks badass. It has like a really crazy sound. No, we do not need any more Grogu. I agree. But you know they will. You know they'll make a ton of them. Yeah, more Pixar stuff would be cool. I know there's people out there who want all that shit. Frozen Gargoyle Ghastly. I like that. That's cool. I mean, we're not talking about I know, Nick, you're definitely not talking about Frozen, the Disney cartoon, but just like Ghastly, like frozen, like in ice. That would be cool. Freddy as Thrawn would be badass, and I guess right now or next year will be the perfect time for it because of Ahsoka and Thrawn being such a big part of all of that. Joker, Freddy Funko would be incredible. People would go crazy over that. But because of how violent that character is and how violent that comic book is, I don't know if they would do it. Maybe they would. I mean, they've done violent stuff in the past. Oh my God, no more Squid Game Freddy's. Ugh, too much. Yeah, 3 new molds. Yeah, so Demonstro, and then we also have 2 more other molds. SDCC, or San Diego, or not San Diego Comic Con, Summer Convention, and our Hot Topic one. It's going to be amazing. Yes, the Game of Thrones White Walker Frozen. Yeah, hell yeah. See-through, yes, 100%. I will say that our Pride Ghastly, it is a bit translucent. I can't wait until we finally unveil it completely. I think you guys are going to like it. We did unveil it recently on a Patreon call, and it seemed like people, our patrons, seemed to really love it. Like overall, we got a really good feedback over the whole thing. I'm super stoked. And by the way, we're going to an event in New York to get, well, okay. So Pride Ghastly is going to be tied in with a charitable donation. We're going to take proceeds a certain amount of proceeds, and we're going to go to New York to an event held by this charity, and they've invited us, and we're going to present them a check. They're going to show Gastly some love, and I am just super stoked about it. So more news to come about that as well. We'll post more about it in case maybe people might want to show up. I don't know. It's going to be fun, but it's supposed to be in Times Square. How will Summer Convention exclusive Gastly be released? Online. We will not be at SDCC this year, although we want to go at some point in the future. Oh my God, Gastly skeleton in a gelatinous cube. Hell yeah. Dude. Ken Cannon, you're speaking my language. Although, the only problem is that this is a thing, and I wouldn't want to like bite off of what Funko is doing. But in terms of an idea and a fun idea, I think that would be super sick to do that. Gastly on a fire throne. Oh, I like that. I like that. Yeah, for sure. Demonstro is my favorite I've seen next to OG Gastly. Hell yeah, Ernest Allen. Hell yeah. Yeah, we'll maybe on the next call we'll show Demonstro. Again, we actually have a photo of what the mold looks like, what the figure will look like. I don't know if we're going to show it during the Patreon call. I'm just saying that's a possibility. We're going to discuss a little bit more. I do know for a fact we will show the plushes like in hand because the protos are done. They're sending them to us, and we're going to approve them this week for them to make them. And this process is so much faster than making a vinyl toy. So we should have plush Gastlys soon. Like hopefully soon, before the end of the year. I mean, so again, you know, we have, what is that? 3 new molds and a plush. I mean, we're just everywhere. We're doing all sorts of crazy stuff, right? You know, stay on board with us. I think you guys are going to like what we're doing. If you like what we're doing so far, you're going to love what we're doing moving forward. If you love what we're doing so far, you're going to blow your load. I promise. Some of this stuff is just incredible. Combat Gastly with M16 or Rambo Gastly. Oh my God, I'd give him a big knife in his hand or something. I don't know. That'd be crazy. I like the throne idea, King Elmo. I like the throne idea. That's cool. I think the Monstro would more or less be in a throne. That could be a future release. I don't know. It's a good idea, though. Thank you for kicking that out. I love it. It's badass. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Ken, I have the gelatinous cube right here. It's funny because somebody brought it up before about a Freddy Funko in the gelatinous cube. I love this thing. He's so cool. Yeah, the Pride pin is so awesome. Oh my God, it's so amazing. Do not do the next Patreon call on June the 10th. I don't think I would. Only in the fact that I'm gone that weekend. We're going to the Living Dead Convention, which is at the Dawn of the Dead Mall, Monroeville Mall. And I believe that's on the 10th. Yeah, it is. Yeah, so I'm super, super stoked over Living Dead Convention. We're going to have a blast. So my guess would be the 17th would be the day that we do our Patreon call. That's my guess. I can't make any promises that that's when we'll do it, but I'm feeling like that's the day. We need a Gastly after dark. What do you want, a big old hog hanging off him or what? What are you looking for there, cowboy? Gastly after dark. But the Pride stuff is cool. Pins are really cool. Artwork is really cool. And we'll share that really soon. Instagram. Again, join our Instagram, Mischief Toys, at Mischief Toys, and join our newsletter on mischieftoys.com. You can join up the newsletter. Join the newsletter really easy there. Sorry, my words are lost. I'm losing my voice. No wonder I don't like doing this on my own. I love having Heather here because it gives me a little bit of a break. Oh my God, that's your birthday weekend. Oh man, I hope we didn't destroy your birthday weekend. Hopefully you're available at some point. Gastly emerging from a coffin. Oh my God, that'd be super sick. I like that. Again, these are all new molds, right? So it's whatever we make, we have to make sure we can constantly use it over and over again. So him crawling out of a casket's neat, but can I use that a lot? I don't know. Maybe. Translucent, maybe? I don't know. Maybe make it fire translucent. Could do all sorts of cool stuff with it. But you all have fantastic ideas, and I appreciate that. it's always good to hear from our audience. I think Patreon is a great way of sort of congregating, hearing what people have to say, listening to what people like, what they dislike. That's sort of like our that's what's it like? I was gonna say fishbowl, but that's not the proper term. But that's basically like the hub where we sort of put our ideas out there, kind of see what people think about it. They kind of come back and say, well, I don't like this, I don't like that, or I like this, I like that. And then we kind of gauge what's going to work and what isn't going to work. So we love Patreon. It's perfect for that reason. It's really good to sort of see what people are thinking. Icy Ghastly would be cool. I like that idea. I think that's super sick. Listen, maybe one day you'll see it. Ghastly with a Gastlecast t-shirt. Yeah, Brandon Roy, I thought about that. That's a possibility. I don't know. Maybe in the future. I think that would be kind of fun. It's right now in the sounding board. Thank you. Where we are in our company, like as small as it is, we can do all sorts of wacky stuff and sort of get away with it right now. As we move into the future and grow, synergy is great too. As we grow larger and do bigger things, it'll limit us, I think, a little bit more, especially when it comes to licensing and all that kind of jazz. So right now is the time where we just take chances, experiment, kind of throw whatever we have up against the wall and see what lands and sticks. And so far, I would say virtually everything has landed and stuck for us. And I think that's great. And again, I do appreciate all of you, those who are supporting Gastlecast, Mischief Toys, or both. Right? So thank you for that. It means a lot. Earthig Ghastly as a tree and worms crawling on him. I love that. That's amazing. That is so amazing. Good night, Ernest Allen. Yeah, I think I'm going to turn in as well. I'm going to go and try to fight this boss one more time before I go to bed and see if I can beat it. Because if I can beat it, that would be amazing. And I go to bed a happy guy. But listen, let's end with this. Make sure you stay tuned to Gastlecast this week into next week. We will have more Pride Ghastly related stuff coming. We're going to release photos and show him off right here on the channel. I'm playing Jedi Survivor, the new Star Wars game. I love it. And I'm at the very end. I'm like, I think I'm at the very end. I don't know. It always seems like the end, but then it isn't, and it keeps going. But join our Instagram at Mischief Toys. Also join at Gastlecast. We have a group on Facebook for Mischief Toys. Just look up Mischief Toys on Facebook. You'll find it. Look up Gastlecast We Hunt Together to find our Gastlecast group. It's a great group full of great people hunting together. Highly recommend you go and join it. It's like a little family on there. You will love it if you're looking for some sort of connectivity, I guess, within a collector fan base. That's the place to be. All things Funko, all things collectible, really. Hot toys are talked about there, all sorts of stuff. So go and join Gastlecast We Hunt Together. And go to mischieftoys.com and join up on our newsletter. You can kind of stay up and up to speed with everything that we're doing, and you can be in the know. So go and check that out. And check out patreon.com/Gastlecast if you want to support this channel. In turn, you're supporting Mischief Toys. You're supporting practically everything that we do. And helping us grow. And we appreciate that. And your love and support means the world to us. Let's talk about the Maryland Mischief Meetup. Yeah, so, that's a good way to sort of find an end to this live. We have been talking about that in a serious way, Nate. Not so serious that I'm putting down payments or anything, but we've been trying to gauge to see how many people are interested. And I think on the Gastlecast We Hunt Together group, we posted a poll. And I think we had upwards of like 150 people that were saying, hey, I would totally come to this. So what we would most likely do is put up some sort of pre-order for a ticket. It's not going to be cheap. It could most likely be between $100 and $150 if we did it. It would include food and all that kind of jazz. You'll get a limited Ghastly there, limited pieces, so on and so forth. Somebody mentioned, I wish there could be a price that didn't include food. That is going to be a big no, because if we do it, it's going to be a completely just across the board. You do it, you're there, you just get all the things. But we would probably limit it to about 100 people total. So it would probably sell out ticket-wise real fast. And unfortunately, because of the money we will put into an event, you wouldn't, if you had to cancel, there's no money back. You forfeit your ticket. Maybe you can hand it off to a friend or something. But that's sort of how we were going to play it out. Because if we go and we rent somewhere, we'd have to very well make sure that we can pay for it. And by giving people their money back would totally screw up everything. And it's going to be a very expensive endeavor. So we want to make sure that the people who are agreeing to it are 100%, into it, and they are actually going to follow through and be here in Maryland somewhere. Okay. So more information to come about that. Like I said, we are looking into it, but there's nothing that's concrete yet. Hopefully soon. But I think it would be an amazing event. And I would definitely try to get Peter, our voiceover actor, who is the voice of Mischief Toys. We posted a video of him from last weekend. A lovely human being. We're meeting up with him in July to hang out again. I love this guy. Cannot wait to hang out with him and learn more about him and work and build a awesome future. Having him as our voice of Mischief Toys. It's just a pleasure to have him with us. But he might be at that event. So maybe I can drag him there, and I'm sure he'd be excited. You guys could bring your figures. You could sign your narrators or whatever. It'll be a blast. Okay? All right. So that's all I've got. Gelatinous Cube, Dumpster Fire, and Ghastly and I say good night, everybody. Thank you for all of your support. It means the world to us. We appreciate you. Remember, as always, we are together, yes. We'll catch you next time. We'll see you next Sunday back here live on the Gastlecast. Look out for a new video every single day leading up. See you next Sunday. Bye.